So they were trailing this car. It was called in a man with a gun. A 415 man with a gun. Supposedly a victim by the Hollywood station. So I just heard on the radio there, the victim that they were looking for with this incident isn't actually there. They initiated a high-risk stop, had him out on the ground. That's just as I was getting here, trying to get the stream started. I was trailing behind them on a scooter, stopped at my house, got into my car and flew over here. Parked illegally, so I'll probably get getting a ticket. But let's see what happens. Let's see if these guys are released. They're gonna search the car to see if the guns are in there. The fact they're searching right now means they haven't found them as of yet. We're on, I guess it would be Fountain, I guess, past Gardner, almost to Orange Grove, a few blocks away from Fairfax. So on the north side of the street is Hollywood LAPD. The south side is the West Hollywood Sheriff. Look, what's going on, man?
You're live?
Yeah, I'm live.
I don't want to intrude.
No worries. Supposedly 415 man. They were trailing him.
What?
Supposedly the victim of the incident was at Wilcox and Wilcox and the Long Prairie. When they went there to go meet with the PR or the victim, they weren't there.
Yeah, they don't have the victim.
They don't have a victim. I guess it was called in as some sort of threat. It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like a firearm as of yet.
Yeah.
They have two guys. You heard it on the radio, or you just heard a commotion?
Yeah.
Where's Neil at?
Corner.
Why is he hiding out over there?
Yeah.
He's missing out on the action.
Big time.
It's over here.
I thought it was going to be a pursuit.
It sounded like it because they were trailing him from Lexington, and I guess what? Highland.
Yeah.
And then wrapped around down Fountain. You know, it's hard to say how they really, what the truth is, but they really do seem surprised. But you never know.
Yeah, they said they don't know.
What was the description?
I don't know. They won't put the description.
They don't really
That's,
Listen, I gotta tell you, they don't look like the type that run around.
you can't put a face to that car.
Oh, you can't.
You know?
But you can. Their reactions, though. Their reactions were a little bit surprised.
Mm.
I don't see them going through that car too hard, though.
Either it's not the right Camry. I was following, I saw a different car, white, the other Camry, going down Lexington. And I thought it was that car.
Yeah.
And then I guess the cop was going after someone. Obviously, this one.
Well, this is the moment of truth here. That they find the firearm in the car. When I see them go under the hood, that's when I know.
The trouble over here? Two Camrys.
This one's streaming. This one's just capturing the recording. You're not in the way.
How you been?
Pretty good. How about yourself? Haven't seen you around.
The same here. You're always keeping your eyes open.
I heard you got a new car.
Car? Yeah, it's not new anymore.
Yeah, it's not new. I was about to say it's not new anymore.
New old.
Still playing basketball over here.
Yeah, sometimes I getting exercise in.
It looks like they gave up on that car pretty quickly. Might be an unfortunate night to drive around in a Camry. At just the right place at the right time.
There was four playing down, no?
What's that?
There was four people.
Was there four?
I saw when I showed up.
Oh wow! I got here late. I only saw those two.
Two? That was illegal. Saw the video. There's
On here?
what? On Sunset.
Which one?
Um,
Oh, when I got arrested?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Ah, that's one of four.
Really? Four pending?
I got arrested again. I got arrested on Leland Way and Las Palmas.
When was this?
I got arrested for that one in September.
Oh.
They were like 2 weeks apart.
Uh-huh.
That one, I was, at Chick-fil-A.
So you're saying these arrests were all premeditated by them?
Well, here, let me explain this one story and you can decide. This has been, Michael Moore has admitted this. The second arrest, I saw a guy throwing bottles and furniture at cars on McCadden and at Sunset. And I stopped him. He went to his tent and he pulled out a knife and a pole. I left. 3 hours later, I hear a call. Cops are flying over there. 215 man with a knife. Somebody said he's walking up and down the street threatening him. I get over there. The guy with the knife said, "That guy threatened me earlier." They took the handcuffs off of him and put them on me. Michael Moore goes in front of the, the media, was questioned about this and said the guy was having mental health incident.
Oh, this was the officer involved shooting. So,
This was 5 days before the officer involved shooting.
right?
The guy who was shot in the officer involved shooting, I think is the same guy from my case that said that I made threats against him. Mine.
What? So you were like debunking his theory. You were giving like your 2 cents on what happened.
I wasn't doing anything. I just showed up to the scene and started filming, and this guy said, "Hey, that guy over there, he threatened me earlier." This guy.
To Michael Moore
No, he said this to the cops on the scene, and he was in handcuffs.
with the homeless guy.
Yeah, he was in handcuffs,
He said you were threatening him.
and they said so. They charged me with criminal threats because they took his word for it. That 3 hours earlier, I had threatened him. They said I threatened. He said I threatened to burn down his tent, and they gave me a $50,000 bail for criminal threats. Now you know, and I know, it takes a lot to get a bail these days. You
They
know,
charge you as a felon.
yeah, felon.
So what about the one on here in Sunset?
That was charged with not even as a misdemeanor. It's charged as an infraction for being in the street. I was filming and they didn't like the fact that I stepped
That's
into
what I
the
was
street.
wondering. Yeah, then you got charged with felon. I was like wondering how that.
Yeah, no, yeah,
So
no,
that was that.
that was that.
Why should he? Why should I'm saying? How do you have? How do you have validity to say such things?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know.
And we asked for the LA Times, Kevin Rector asked for them to release the body cam footage. And Michael Moore absolutely refuses. And the officer that who arrested me, I had prior complaints pending against him. So it looks like he's out of cuffs. Huh? So yeah, that was my most recent arrest for a felony. And on top of it, since I was filming my own arrest,
What, they
they
charged you or they just arrested
oh
you?
no, they charged me. They took me. I had to,
This attorney made charges.
well, we'll find out if Gascoigne's going to pick him up. You tell me. What do you think? You're right. There's
Yeah. The bigger fish to fry than that.
yeah. So it's
The bigger fish to fry, they don't want to fry.
it, listen. I just left the scene and there were two robberies, back to back by the same people.
I have videos of them letting 211 suspects go. They don't want to make a focus shoot on them.
Well, they got the wrong guys. They're releasing. They're gonna have some stories to tell, huh? I gotta tell you, that doesn't really look like. Oh wow. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a 415 person with a gun type look.
Yeah, I knew all the way.
Well, they're letting them go. They got the wrong guys.
Yeah. You turn it in the last form.